Hello everyone, my name is Andres, this is Mazar, this is James, and for Capstone we decided to make a game called PaintWars. PaintWars is a spin-off of the popular 2D arcade game Bomberman, but we decided to add new features and capabilities to make the game a bit more fun to play. Our motivations for making this game were to leverage our understanding of game logic coupled with online multiplayer capabilities. This led us to research new libraries and tools which would help us accomplish this goal. I'm gonna hand it over to James, he's gonna talk about the game mechanics.
Thanks, Andres. So our PaintWars logic is inspired by the Bomberman franchise, so our players walk around, drop bombs, and sabotage each other. As an added layer of strategy, with each bomb blast, there's a layer of paint that's left over, and that's used to tally up a player's current running score. To make the game engaging and fast-paced, we also incorporated the original idea of having collectible power-ups. So through this system of players trying to grow strong and also accumulate points, they're incentivized to actively maintain their territories while venturing out and trying to steal points away from others. Now, in this process, if a player gets caught in a bomb blast, unfortunately, all their points and their paint are removed from the game. Even their power-ups are taken away and redistributed randomly across the game map. So as the chaos ensues, the timer eventually runs out, and the winner for that round is revealed through a rendered scoreboard. And that's the general gist for how our game works in PaintWars, and I'm going to hand it over to Mazar to tell you the tools we used.
Thank you. In order to make our game, we leverage different libraries during our development. For the game itself, we use a framework called Phaser, and Phaser extends a rendering engine called Pixie by incorporating a physics engine and input handling. First, we started off by making a multi-layer map in a program called Tiled, and then we preloaded sprites and animations for characters that players could use. As we started building out our game logic and became more complex, we used Redux as a means of managing our game state. In order to create multiplayer functionality, we used a library called Socket.io, and the way that worked was when an action was emitted in Phaser, the server would take that action, information about that action, store it on its own secondary Redux store, and then send that Redux store to all the clients that are connected at the time, and they would update their local store with the state that was passed in from the server. And then finally, Phaser and React components would update accordingly. Now I'm going to have Andres talk about some of the challenges we encountered during our project.
Thank you, Mazar. So one of the main challenges we faced was managing the state of our board at any specific time. In order to accomplish this, we decided to make a grid and divide it into multiple blocks. Each block would either be a crate, an obstacle, or an open position. If a player were to move, he would be mapped to a specific block. If he places a bomb on that block, after some time the bomb would detonate, flames would be dispersed to adjacent blocks, and then we'll let it dissipate. This arose a new set of challenges, which was chaining multiple bombs together and combining their flames. We overcame this by verifying if a bomb, a flame, and a block were overlapping. Then we would delete the timer of the bomb and cause an explosion in that same space. This concludes our presentation. I hope you guys enjoy our game, and thank you for watching.